This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Ooh? Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Collect Corps. So today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends series Build-A-Figure Stilt-Man, Marvel's Frogman, and this is a figure I have been looking forward to getting for a very long time. I've been putting it off. I have him. I'm so happy. Let's just get into it. And getting Eugene out of the box. Isn't he majestic? Like, honestly, he is probably one of my favourite aesthetic figures in the entire Marvel Legends line, just in neutral pose. He's so just adorably dumb, and like, in the same way that I enjoy characters like King Shark, this is just brilliant. So there's some really nice features. The backpack is very cool. Something of note, because this is mostly reuse of Doc Ock, the comic book version, there is actually the connectors for the tentacles. Just on his back, they are hidden by the backpack, which I think is fine. Reuse is important in the toy making industry. I'm perfectly fine with it. But the colours are really nice. The little detail of the... I don't really know what to call it, but the little specks is really nice. You actually can see his eyes, if I can get the light on it just right. You can just about make out. He's got like a nose and eyes. It's really hard to tell. But it is there. It looks really cool if you notice it. It's really funny because it's clearly just a guy wearing a frog helmet. And I think that's really cool. Then at the feet, so one of my favourite features, not only does he have flippered feet, whatever, like you'd expect, but he also has little springs, which is going above and beyond. If they didn't have the springs, I don't think I would really notice, I'll be quite honest. But it just pulls everything together. It's such a good look, and surprisingly, he still stands. I mean, he's leaning forward pretty heavily, and he still stands up. It's really impressive, actually. Moving on to articulation, he does have a ball and hinge at the neck. Does allow for a little bit of up, a decent amount of down, which I'm pushing the jetpack out, the backpack out. But you know, it's good. I'll be honest. It's good for the fact that this is his head. It does allow for a little bit of tilt as well, which is always nice to see. You can get some inquisitive looks out of him. Very interesting, very nice. And yeah, overall, I don't really mind that it's a little bit inhibited. It's fun overall. At the middle of the torso, he does have, I think that's a dumbbell joint. I'm not completely sure, but it does allow for some pretty good movement without breaking the sculpt, which is always fun. You've got that hula hooping up action sort of deal. Always appreciate it. It's something from the Doc Ock figure, but still very welcome here. For the arms, you have out past, just a bit past 90. I like that. All the way around swivel. You have swivel at the bicep. Very good. A single? No, double. It is a double. It's a double elbow. Goes a bit past 45. It's not perfect, but I mean, it'll do. I'm happy enough with that. And then, of course, at the wrist, you've got rotation, side-to-side hinge, which this is a trigger hand, which I'll get into something towards the end while actually with accessories. I don't quite get that, but yeah, side-to-side on trigger hand is not great, I will admit, but I don't really mind too much. I'm probably not going to give him a gun. And then at the legs, you have out almost 90. That is actually pretty impressive. You have swivel. Oh, that messed up the leg. You have swivel at the thigh. I mean, it breaks the sculpt, but it looks good. It works. And then double knee. Wow, that's actually kind of impressive. Like, obviously, he's got very thick thighs and then a very thick lower leg. Still works really well. Then, straightening that out, there is a swivel at the boot. Very nice. And then forward and back. So you've got up or forward and back. Pretty good. And then forward-facing pin for rocker. Very good, very standard, but still very fun. And moving on to accessories, Frogman comes with 2 fists, as well as 2 grippy gun-holding hands, I suppose. I don't really know what the purpose of these are for, other than to look malicious. And that brings us on to the Stilt-Man Build-A-Figure parts. We have his left arm, which Yeah, it's an arm. I don't know what you want from me. That also comes with a fist to go with it. And then the thing that I was on about earlier, where there is technically a weapon included, Stilt-Man's blaster gun thing, it does technically fit in the grip hand. Though, loosely, I will admit, I got it to fit earlier. This is weird. No? See, on camera, I can never do anything. But there we go. That'll do. He's holding it backwards, but it's Frogman. It's fine. But yeah, he doesn't actually come with anything to grip, so it is a little bit odd that he comes with grip hands. For comparisons, we have the... I don't know which way. Is this Demogoblin, White Rabbit, and the Carnage from the Venom Pool wave? Works for me. I don't really have too much recollection of how tall he should be, so I'm fine with this. And then, of course, Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper and Jazzware's Fortnite Fish Stick. It all works. But on that note, that is going to be it for this review. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new around here, and ring that bell so you get notified of every video. I do a new review every Tuesday and Friday. And, yeah, otherwise that's it from me. So without further ado, bye!